Welcome back to another review with me, Kevin, from Kevin Grant on Whisky. This week, I've got something a wee bit different again. It's another independent bottling from one of my favourites, Morrison Mackay Distillers there. So, this one is really different beyond belief. I could do a tasting today and then do one tomorrow and I will have completely different tasting notes. It's wild, it jumps out at me, it's got so much going on. It's very bold, in your face, crazy whiskey. It's my first ever trying, I would say, of Teaninch. So this is what it is. So it's Carn Mor. The distillery they've got is Teaninch here, which is Diageo owned. You don't see much of Teaninch out there because a lot of their stuff goes into blends. They used to have the Flora and Fauna. You would find it is a very different, very porridgey, pudgy, in-your-face dram, I've been told, but I've not tried Teaninch on its own. So this is my first ever try of it, and you can see I'm starting to really get through this because it's just so different. This though is pretty different because this is 8 years old, 2013 red wine cask. This has been filled in its full life in its 8 years in red wine barriques from Napa Valley. So big, bold, in-your-face wine. It's wow. I think what we'll do is we'll just get a wee nose and we'll get straight into this one because, as I say, I could try this tomorrow, I could try the next day, and it's going to be all over the place. So I've got a wee coin on top. I won a sniper coin off Aquavitae the other week. I'm very proud. It came yesterday. Very happy I got one, finally. So the colour of it we'll go for straight away. It is very amber. I think if you said to me a red wine cask, I would be like, maybe. But it's very gold, very golden syrup-like. But on the nose there's this big freshness. It's very fruit-led. It's quite sponge cake drizzled with syrup, syrupy sponge cake. And a maraschino cherry on top, a kind of sweet cherry note. It's very fresh, it's clean, it's very bold, it's right in there. Just taking that lid off, this has been sitting for maybe 10 minutes or so. Wow. You can nose it all day, little things just jump out at you differently. Well, let's try this one. Stand you folks. It's sweet. I think butterscotch is the word you would maybe use with it. There is a very drying note, a typical big bold red wine would give you. It's definitely got that butterscotch. It's still fruity. Those red berries, the softer side of it. Not very, not tangy red berries, but soft, a bit more mellow. Very butterscotch, and it's still there, and it just dries off right towards the end. So this here, independent bottling, strictly limited series. It's a red wine cask. It's a red wine barrique, which was previously, it was American oak and Appalachian oak that they used. It was lightly toasted, but just before Teaninch got put into the cask, they got recharred. So they've given it a big blast to get more flavour out of it, and it was a red wine barrique as well. You get 1,455 bottles all in, 8 years old, bottled in 2021, 47.5% ABV, non-chill filtered, natural colour, everything that we like to see. So as I say, Teaninch's not something I've had on its own that I know too much about, the kind of base of it. It's a Highland distillery, Northern Highlands, and you know me, I do like my Carn Mor stuff. You know, the Ben Nevis last year was my favourite whisky of the year. I bought their latest Ben Nevis from this year. I think their price point is really on the ball. But these guys, a lot of independent bottlers that you see just now are turning themselves into the single malt side of things. They're still putting all their independents out there, but the money that they're generating from that is to build their own distillery. So Carn Mor, excuse me, or do have their own distillery. I think it was 2016 is when they started Distilling Spirit of 2017, one of those years, I think, and it's called Aberagi or Aberagi. I can't get the pronunciation right. You phone someone for that, but I think it's Aberagi, which will be classed as a lowland distillery, and I expect big things from it, especially from what they're doing just now. You look at Adelphi, for instance, and they've got Ardnamurchan. Look what Ardnamurchan is doing. Price point and everything's there, the quality's there. I enjoy that, so I'm expecting when they start releasing their own single malt, I'll probably be one of the first in queue to try and get my hands on one and get it opened. But let's get back into this. I've tried it with water. The only thing it done for me was made it a bit more hectic on the smelling and on the palate. I do really enjoy it at 47.5%. It's a really good number for me, and a lot of their whiskey at this 47.5% is what they'll always fill at. Does exactly what it says on the tin. I don't need water with it. I do enjoy it just the way it is. But back again, there's a bit floral now, I would say. Just outside, a lot of plants, like flower bed kind of note to it. On top of that, sticky sponge cake, maraschino cherries, floral, red berries, a little bit perfumey now as well. And straight away it just draws your cheeks in. It wants to dry off very quickly, this whiskey. It's very good, it's very different, it's very bold, it's in your face. The red wine brut, you can see the Napa Valley is obviously doing a lot here, and then recharring that cask. It is just absolutely smashing this with loads of different flavours. As I say, this is one I'll go back to tomorrow. I could probably get one poured blind and I would think it's a different whiskey every single time. I have tried a few drams and I just can't settle with distinctive tastes and flavours, but it is definitely a whiskey I would recommend if you're looking for something very different. Wine cask matured, go with something like this. It is really different, it's out there, it's bold and in your face. I'm enjoying it because I like it, because it's so different. It does make me work a little bit. It's not a simple dram, but it's got a lot of flavours, a lot of boldness going on there. I'm just kind of looking forward to this single malt coming out from them, especially what they're doing just now with independent side. It's going to be good. I know I said I would do a guess the whiskey, but what I'll do instead is, if you've got me on Instagram, I will put a post up on there about winning a sample of whiskey, because it's a whistle stop tour today. I've struggled to find time this week. It was my birthday. Can I say yesterday now? Thursday, so it's Friday. So yesterday was my birthday, so I've been out all day doing loads of things, been busy, my time off, and I'm working on Friday, so it's all over the place. So I've not really planned anything, but what I'll do is I'll put a wee post up and show you my birthday whiskey that I've got, and I'll do a wee competition on there to see who can win a dram of something. So if you follow me on Instagram, put wee links up at the end. It's Kevin Grant on Whisky as well, quite easy to find. And I'll put a wee post up there, win yourself a dram of this and something else that I can find that I'll happily put in there. But I've been Kevin from Kevin Grant on Whisky. Enjoy me next week. Let's talk whiskey. Slange.